Right now, you're riding comfortably in your seat, and you have our next guest to thank for playing a role in making the airport you'll be touching down in safe and comfortable. Harris Miller and Hanson, or HMMH, is an international leader in environmental noise and vibration control, air quality analysis, airport and airspace planning, and climate and energy solutions. Stephen Barrett, Director of Climate and Energy for HMMH, joins us on the line now. Stephen, welcome aboard.
Thank you. It's nice to be with you.
Stephen, I mentioned that you were Director of Climate Energy for HMMH. Tell us about the work you do in this role.
HMMH has been an industry leader in acoustics in the aviation, rail, and highway sectors for over 30 years. Now, we don't expect the need for our noise work to disappear anytime soon, but we have been looking at ways of expanding services to our clients in ways that make sense. So about 4 years ago, HMMH started an air quality practice, as air and noise studies for transportation projects often go hand in hand. And shortly thereafter, I was brought in to offer climate and energy services to our clients, which includes renewable energy and greenhouse gas inventories. But the thing we've really been busy with lately is solar projects at airports.
And I understand you're also the co-author of the FAA's Solar Guidance document?
That's right. We produced the Solar Guide in 2010, and at that point the FAA had been receiving a lot of interest from airports and energy developers about constructing new solar at airports. And that makes a lot of sense because there's lots of wide open spaces at airports, and airports consume a lot of electricity. So the guide was produced to provide airports and energy developers with a single reference for how to proceed with new projects based on the successes of past projects at airports like Denver, Fresno, and Boston. And when we completed the guide, there were about maybe a dozen airport solar projects. Now that number has doubled, and we're busy supporting a whole bunch more.
And now you're also principal investigator on a pair of airport cooperative research program projects. Can you tell us about those?
Sure. The ACRP facilitates airport research based on needs identified by the FAA, and we've been working with our expertise on energy in airports on a project that looks at not only solar, but wind power, oil and gas drilling, and others. Final product will be a guidebook that will help cite energy projects in an appropriate way. We're also looking at financial benefits of renewable energy at airports. There really is a lot of opportunity to develop renewable energy at airports as long as it's cited in a compatible way.
Well, it's very important work you're doing. Stephen, thanks for being on the show today.
It was my pleasure.
That was Stephen Barrett, Director of Climate and Energy for HMMH. Visit them on the web at hmmh.com.